So I've started kind of hiking since I've been here in Estonia, and I was walking in one sort of bog, and I was very stunned to hear this creaking sound from the forest, because I didn't know that trees creak in the wind, especially like old growth. For me, that was very creepy, actually, because it sounded like doors opening and closing. The creaks come when you have two trees like this, and maybe there's a branch going across, and one tree moves and rubs against the branch, and that makes the creaking noise. And so we had to go high up where we could put a cord to one tree, and then put a pulley on the other tree so that the cord would go down, and then we could pull on that cord from the ground to make the tree creak. So what we built was basically a gearing mechanism that would translate that high force pull into a pull that takes more distance to pull, but is much easier. And so ultimately we ended up having the door a bit further from the tree than maybe would be optimal, and so the sound that you hear is a little bit softer than it could be, but it's still audible, and I think it still works. Commonplace things tend to be the things we take the most for granted, but there's a lot of meaning in what's around us, in how things are made, in how we relate to them, and if we take the time to kind of interrogate that, then we might find some poetry or some kind of feeling or some kind of way of having a new perspective on how we live our lives. If we were to make that connection between, the materiality of like the wood around us and these trees in a more emotional way or aesthetic way, then like it could be that, oh, why do doors creak when you open them? Because it's the trees talking through them. Then maybe that's the start to a perspective shift and thinking about how everything around us is tied to something outside like our four walls.